Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dr. Cammie and Karen Go Keto, where we are transitioning from a standard American diet to a ketogenic slash carnivore diet lifestyle. And we are talking about boredom, which we've been saying we're going to talk about it, but now we're really talking about it. Cammie, take it away.
All right. So, I just wanted to share where I was at right now, where I've been for, like 6 weeks carnivore and really feeling kind of bored with my food. And the issue that I'm having is that I don't really want to eat my bad, highly processed, junky, sugary food, anymore. And I don't really want to eat my healthy carnivore food anymore. And I keep waiting for this desire to really look forward to eating my food, and it's not coming. And so I'm feeling kind of bored. I apologize for just not looking forward to eating one way or the other. And like Karen had mentioned before in another video, it might be because I'm on this GLP-1 agonist, but I'm on a very low dose. I actually just gave myself a smaller dose yesterday because I was feeling so nauseous on 5 milligrams of the Zepbound, which is a low dose. So I only took 2.5, and I can already tell that I'm going to have more hunger this week. I'm going to have to, like Karen says, live off my body, right? When I'm hungry, I got plenty of energy on this body to live off of, especially if I'm in ketosis, which I've basically been in. I've been 0.6 or higher consistently, and sometimes even without the exogenous ketones that I usually take to keep my brain having some ketones going to them. Yeah, just not really interested in eating the healthy food and not really interested anymore in eating the unhealthy food, which is a good thing. That's a good thing that I've gotten out of that. So just trying to move forward. And Karen and I have talked about this before about how it's hard to crave carnivore, to really desire it.
Well, possibly ancestrally, maybe we are not meant to crave. That could be a brand new thing that we've had for thousands of years since we started agriculture and that sort of thing. It could just be necessity is, well, we got to keep the clan alive, so we got to go and hunt and get our food. It could just be the drug. But the important thing is finding a way to sustain eating the food or, maybe try fasting.
Like eat a big meal and then fast. That might be something I could do. And I have
Or
to say that some of my meals have been coming OMADs, and I've gone 22 hours just because I did.
yeah, and maybe even two, maybe not one meal, but maybe two small meals or smaller meals, right? Eat twice and then just, really just don't eat until you feel like eating again and see what happens.
Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I've been eating when I start to feel hungry enough to really want to eat something. And I try to have like basically, sometimes I'll eat as early as 8 a.m., but I'll try to have like a 10 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. window where I eat in there. And then I'm not eating later at night. And so that's been working out fairly well as far as the timing of the food. But yeah, just not really crave, just, and you're right. When you look at that word craving, I mean, do we talk about desiring food, wanting it?
If you had to hunt your food, to me, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're an apex predator, and maybe it's just not a question of wanting to or not wanting to. You just did it because you had to eat. Life is just totally different than it used to be. Because, that's how a lion or a tiger is in the wild. It's not like they lay around. You don't have Simba laying around going, oh, should we go? I don't feel like eating, right? I don't guess they don't show Simba actually hunting anything. But at any rate, that's the guy from Lion King.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
you don't you don't think about it, right? Or they don't, animals don't think about it, and we are technically just another animal, just another species living on the planet, and we get to be meaning making machines with our brains, and we've gotten this far to say, I crave something, I want to eat something, I don't want to eat something. And it's not, is it really a question that you have? It's like you still have to eat something eventually.
Right, right. And in our last video, we were talking about how I put so much meaning into eating, and I have all these stories behind it and trying to get my bad dopamine hits, and how really I want to start thinking about food in terms of nutrition, because I've always wanted this. I've always just wanted to just have food be nutrients that I put into my body to nourish me and give me energy. And I'm so close to having that now, just by eating this diet, just by saying, okay, I'm hungry, put some healthy nutrients in it and move on in life, move on to other more pleasurable things, that are healthy in healthy ways to give you your dopamine and to make you feel good and to help humanity and, help others, which is something we all want to do, is be of service. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just, being okay with this, just sitting with it right now, that it's okay, that I don't really necessarily want to go and eat this food, but I'm going to because it gives me the nutrition that I need.
Well, and maybe boredom is just another story that you've made up, just your way of describing it. Maybe it's because you're afraid of saying satisfied or content,
So that's a good one.
right? I mean, it sounds to me like boredom is another way of creating drama in your life because it's like, well, I'm bored. I got to end the boredom.
That's right. That's
But if
right.
you're content, who wants to end the contentment?
I love that, Karen. That's fabulous. So just think about that. Think about, when I'm hungry, I can nourish my body and be content. That's
And
awesome.
and content with saying what you're going to do and doing what you said you were going to do, keeping your word.
Having some integrity about my word. One
Yeah.
of the 4 agreements.
Yeah.
All right, great. So this could
All
just
right.
be short and sweet. Be content.
Content.
Bye, everybody.